got any show for y'all.
Yeah, Trump's got his arms folded. That means he's defensive. He's on the defense.
Yeah, he had a sit-down interview with Bloomberg.
Yeah.
And, man, this is classic Trump right here.
Yeah.
Classic Trump.
I haven't seen it yet.
Check this out.
Two things at the beginning. The first is just for the record and for those people watching on television, the Economic Club of Chicago and Bloomberg both invited Vice President Harris to a similar interview about her economic plans that she has declined so far.
Of course.
And second, just to set some parameters about this interview, which I was just discussing with President Trump, we're going to focus on business and the economy. And that's partly because this is a business audience, but it's also because voters insist that the economy is the main issue that matters when they vote. So, on that note, let me invite onto the stage President Trump.
Standing ovation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What does the Wall Street Journal know? I'm meeting with them tomorrow. What does the Wall Street Journal know? They've been wrong about everything. So have you, by the way. You've been wrong about
You're trying to turn this. You're trying to turn this.
You've been wrong.
No, you're trying to turn this into debate. There are business people. There are business
you're wrong.
people.
You've been wrong. You've been wrong all your life on this stuff. We don't. How about this? Gavin Newsome. He's the governor of California.
Newsome.
He signed Newsome, Michael.
Yeah. But do you think?
No, he corrected me. He corrected me. I said, that's the first time I've been corrected.
There are CEOs out here. If they said those sort of things about a rival CEO, they'd be sacked. Do you think it's
but
fine
they don't have
for a
to
president?
survive like me. They don't have to go through what I have to go through. There's never been a president that's been treated like me, so I have to fight my own way.
Well, you made a very good job of.
He signed a bill in California 2 days ago that you don't even have the right to ask a person for voter ID. And if you ask a person for voter ID, of course you have to show voter ID. The only reason you wouldn't do it because they want to cheat. The bill says you cannot, it's against the law for you to ask a person, may I please see your voter ID when he votes. What is our country coming to?
Well, you've given us
That's crazy.
Yeah. You know, Georgia, and I think Texas does this as well. If you don't have ID, the government provides you a state ID
to vote.
No cost.
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah. So if California, a lot of people on the left say it disenfranchised a lot of their voters because they're too stupid to go get an ID. If that's the case, you should supply them an ID to make sure our elections are fair and honest.
Like Georgia does.
Yeah. Supply them with an ID. So
But-
you know, it won't be an issue if you went about your way to give them an ID and they didn't have to pay for
Free
it.
of charge, yeah.
Free of charge.
Yeah,
To
but
secure our elections.
I mean, you gotta show your ID. I mean, these people are too stupid to get an ID. Sounds like a lot of these people are probably on state assistance to begin with.
Yeah.
Which they are.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have to show some kind of ID to get that kind of assistance from the government.
And the majority of them are on the left. I wouldn't say none of them is on the right.
So that idea that these people are being disenfranchised because they can't get ID, that's all BS. You can't function in society without an ID.
And even if that's the case, do what Texas is doing. Do what Georgia is doing. Supply them with an ID they don't even have to pay for.
Y'all can provide all this assistance to illegals in the country.
And Ukraine and Israel, but you can't supply your own constituents with an ID card? Come on.
You can't make it easier for them to get one?
Yeah. Only reason why you don't want ID is because y'all want to, I ain't going to say it on camera. Y'all know what I'm saying.
It makes it easier for people who are not citizens to vote.
Yeah.
Look what's going on in the state of Virginia. The governor of Virginia is removing illegal non-citizens from their voting rolls.
Right.
And what is the Department of Justice doing?
Yeah.
They're suing him.
Right.
Preventing him from doing that because the election is coming up. They say because he's disenfranchising people.
Yeah, you can't be disenfranchised if you're in our country illegally or if you're not a citizen. That's not disenfranchising people.
I mean, you're adding fuel to the fire of what Trump's been saying all these years.
Yeah.
That he feel like that was an unfair election.
Right.
I mean, Won't you go out of your way to show that our elections are secure?
Yeah. Make sure everybody has an ID. Then when someone says, hey, this election was stolen, how can it be if you have to show an ID at every booth every time you go in to vote?
New scum. That's perfect for him.
Yeah.
Newsome, new scum.
Yeah.
I don't see how people don't see through these people.
Yeah.
I can look at him and he looks like a shady door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman.
He looked like a used condom salesman.
I mean, just
Not
look at
even
him.
a straight one. Think about it. Why wouldn't you want someone to show ID when they're voting? Why would you support that? Only reason why people in the left support it is because they stand to benefit from that policy.
Yeah.
Because they know a majority of people coming to this country first time when they vote, even if they're illegal, they're gonna vote for a Democrat because they feel that Democrats is the major reason why they even in our country.
I remember during when 19 was a thing.
What?
19.
What was the name?
C-19.
Oh.
I remember California was really bad at this. They shut down their state. You couldn't go out your house. There he is at this gathering at his house with all these people in his house. Mm-hmm. Nobody's wearing masks, but the common everyday citizen in California had to stay segregated.
Right.
Had to stay at home. Only there was pushing out this like only 4 people to a house. You can't have parties.
Right. Right.
Here he is with all these people at his house at some kind of event that he was attending. Nobody was wearing masks. It's like, I don't see why people don't see through these people.
And it's crazy. After the Fauci came out to travel, you had to prove that you had the C card.
Yeah, and they were big supporters of that.
Yeah, but they don't want you to prove that you're a citizen before you vote in our country. Why is that?
And then Florida opens up, DeSantis opens up the state, and Newsome's like ragging them like, man, you're killing people.
Yeah.
It's just... New scum.
That's perfect.
Perfect name for a perfect scumbag. Show's over.
Don't forget he's trying to charge people to drive on their roads now.
Oh, he's trying to tax them.
Yeah. Because they lost all that money from electrical cars. Now they ain't making the tax revenue from the gas. Well, got to charge you another tax. I'm going to charge you a tax just to drive on our roads. That is crazy.